are these things you agree with? And also, people have also said that maybe things are different now.
Let me first commend him first. He accepted the fact that he's a member of APC. And he's also accepting the fact that he's a young man. Because many people that come on air most times, especially as your youth, they are not proud of APC. They will just tell you they're activists. Some of us even call them cashtivists. They will just pretend and they'll choke and they will never
focus on this.
But I love him. But the issue I'm trying to say, he said a particular point that PDP has been ruling for the past 16 years. The question I ask myself is not far-fetched. Inside APC, we have people that PDP have made governors, people like Bukola Saraki, people like Atiku Abubakar, who was vice president in PDP for 8 years, people like Obasanjo, 8 years as president.
He's Obasanjo a member of the
No, PDP, I'm trying to tell you, PDP made those people what they are today. Now they left the party. Automatically it becomes, let me use the word progressive. Once they leave PDP to APC, now they call them they call them progressive.
Good diction,
but
progressive.
What would I give them? They are going to progressive. But why do I say so is that for the past 16 years in this country, we have talked about politics and ideology. I love as a youth here. Today I don't want to talk. I want to talk naturally and generally. Nigerian political systems needs ideology. I can say it categorically, there's no difference between APC and PDP. Let me tell you this. CPC, ANPP, ACN, and part of ABGA formed APC. Suddenly, those that formed the party, when there was nothing in the party, when the party was formed, they brought in people from PDP. Those people that formed the party left the party. It's a matter of ideology. If it's a matter of ideology, Shekarawu is supposed to still be in APC. Bafarawa is supposed to be in APC. Beguri in Kwara State is supposed to be in APC. But these APC are just political party that was just formed. And let me give you this again. I want to clarify this in Nigeria. I was surprised when I heard in some places that when you go to some part of the country, I think for once we need unity in this country. And the kind of election, the kind of campaign that is going on, most especially from the APC, is possibly taking advantage of the majority over minority. And if you are not careful, it's going to affect the future of the country. If you are telling me, what has APC done? What is the ideology of APC? What is the ideology of PDP? The major thing that is important is education. The only thing we can say from both states, both PDP and APC, that education is free from primary to secondary. I can say it's categorically my younger brother could not afford last school fees when it was 50,000 naira. And you're telling me that's philosophy? Absolutely. These people that build roads, at the rate of, Yinka Odumake said something else than I quote. He said there was a particular time he took Alawakala to EFCC for awarding 50 million naira for 5 kilometers worth of roads. And he said, why? 50 million is too much. Unfortunately, when he took Alawakala to FCC, he later discovered here in Lagos that a road was being constructed for 1.1 billion per kilometer. This is what they call progressive. It's only in the progressive ways. What is bad in PDP? I have said it, I'm not a supporter of corruption, I'm not opposed to corruption, and I've said it, and I'm saying it here again. People like Udua should have been sacked immediately of the scandal of that $3 million. I'm saying in their category, even people like Abba Moro should be sacked for the immigration scandal. I'm not here to defend what is wrong. No, I'm giving the right thing. But let us look at the facts. There is no difference. And I can tell you that...
But does that make you comfortable, the fact that you say there's no difference? Especially since... Let me finish. Yeah. Okay. So especially saying the fact that your party has... They tout themselves as the biggest party on the continent.
I mean, for 16 years.
They've been around for 16 years, much longer than the APC has. Yes. And like he said, Nigerians don't seem to know what the party stands for. Does it worry you?
What the party stands for is to make you happy and make you smile.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, so that's
no.
Now let me
the party is in
line
line with the masses. In Lagos, today as I speak, you can't see anybody in the informal sector, maybe artisan, walking on the street, happy with APC. You make life unbearable for these people. Now, they said the PDP as a party is not moving forward. I know in 1999, hardly you dance hip-hop music, you need to go to Alaba, you go and buy Jaru, you buy Sean Paul, you buy Naughty Hill, but nowadays I can easily listen to Olamide, the video, it's growing. You may not accept the fact that the party, but let me tell you this, the source of revenue to finance majority of these parties, these shows, are from the telecommunication industries. And PDP brought it to Nigeria. But the question we are getting wrong is that when people, it's normal in this country for people to say you are a thief. Once they say you are a thief, the four fingers that is pointed back to you also shows that you are a thief. And for the issue of corruption, where people, it's two things in which a lot of people have been using. Let me be frank, corruption and insecurity. The issue of corruption is not only in the federal government. It's even kudos that is being exposed in the federal government. What about Lagos State as a case study? There is no single person that has been indicted for corruption for the past 16 years. And that's a party with good manifesto that can even expose those that are looting. Let's go to the issue of insecurity in the Northeast. That's our problem again, the Jonathan administration. When Gani Adams was tormenting us in Lagos, I use was tormenting, when OPC was on rampage. The Yoruba people sat down and said, what is this? What is Ghana? What is this OPC stands for? Threatening people before you could say OPC is attacking this OPC. Even African Shana sang about that. I say, oh, you say P, another man says, see, these things were going on. When the Yoruba nation saw that this thing cannot go for long, they decided to point out Gani Adams. I agreed there in Ikorodu. Look at Obiano. Let me commend the governor of Anambra State, Abga. He got to power. He decided to stop kidnapping by getting information that if you have found any kidnapper in your house, I would demolish the house. Do you hear of kidnapping again? No money. Any place, and I say it, no security agency can easily point out Boko Haram. Those within that vicinity. I have a lot of friends in the Northeast that said they know. That it's just like when you're in the university, sometimes you know all these cultists, but you may not be able to identify them out. The environment, the northern leaders should come out, speak out. It takes 3 years for a single northern leader to come out and condemn Boko Haram. Come out, expose these people. Let government do the right thing. There was even a time Jonathan was trying to win the war. Erejika won the war against Boko Haram. But some northern establishments were not comfortable with it.
Ikem, you've been laughing through his...
No, I'm trying to analyze
he has made a few valid points there, if you ask me.
I just want to say this categorically. First is, there's a big difference. A big difference. You are the party, the onus rests with you. 16 years, and all you say is, to make me elated or happy. I don't know what you were saying about your manifesto. But let me make the point. What's
the manifesto of APC?
Let me make the point.
Give me the manifesto of APC.
Now, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay, give me I
allowed you. Okay, no, so you admitted here that the FG, the federal government, is involved in corruption. But I want to tell you something.
I've not said you are involved.
Wait, so maybe that's your manifesto.
I said corruption is in the federal government.
Okay, so maybe that's your manifesto.
It's not manifesto.
But let me tell you what my manifesto is. Okay. I'll tell you what the party manifesto is. Okay. Now, you say, what policies would you pursue that would help the common man? And let me take you through the states, because there is a record of this. We have a track record. So you go to Osun State. Let me start with the state of Osun. Okay, education. You know that today, for 16 years, we are here now. You know that 10.5 million children are out of school. Okay. That's a social catastrophe waiting for us. 10.5 million. That is 1/3 of our children population from 6 to 12. Okay. And you tell me that is to make me happy. Tell me what you as a government will do to get these numbers down. And I'll tell you what the state of Osun did. Let me tell you, let me school you about what the state of Osun did. So the state of Osun started a daily meal feeding program. It's called the Home Meals. Now what they do is they get children, they put them in schools and ensure that all kids...
But there's something he mentioned there. I understand that there are certain states of the APC that are...
No, and I will go to.
But there's something you mentioned about Lagos in particular.
I would go to Lagos.
It's something that's very valid that people have concerns about.
I will go to Lagos.
The banning of Okadas and the supposed trying to transform Lagos overnight into this mega city without
I would address Lagos.